How's it going, everyone? Your resident loon again, Specs and Stats here with another review. Today we went into the new Red Dead Redemption 2 game. I played through this game for 40 hours straight. I actually finished the story in one sitting, and I wanted to get my thoughts in while they were still fresh. First off, huge shout outs to Rockstar Games. Like, they are the ones that developed this game. Huge shout outs to them. But let's start with the cons first. I always like starting with the cons because it allows us to end the video on a good note. One of the biggest cons, in my opinion, was the lack of fast travel. They had carriages that you could go from one large city to another, but it would have been better to do the same campfire thing that they do in some games like this, where you can like sit at a campfire and then fast travel to like a city or a town. I feel like that would have been better because sometimes you end up like stuck in the mountains after being done with a mission or after being done with like a side quest, and then you're like, crap, now I have to ride all the way to the next town, and it takes like 10 minutes, and it's 10 minutes of you just sitting there pressing up X. I found myself a lot of time just pressing up X. They made a lot of the in-between mission travel a little bit boring. Weapon modification lacked a little bit for me. I feel like it could have added more as far as the weapon improvement and modification goes, and not just the aesthetics. They had a lot of options for like colors, for, you know, styles. It was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I messed with it a little bit. But I feel like as far as like actually making your weapon better, they could have done a better job at that and allowed more options for stuff like that. Many missions were just a little bit slow paced for me. They were a little bit repetitive also as far as the movement of the actual objective goes and the order of events. I feel like they could have mixed it up a little bit more. There was a point where I would start a mission, and before I even started the mission, I would tell the chat, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to ride somewhere and talk a lot while we're riding in that place. We're going to do a lot of shooting. Then after we're done shooting, we're going to steal someone. We're going to tie them up, and we're going to have them hog-tied on our horse. Then we're going to do more riding. People are going to shoot at us while we're riding, and then we're going to reach our destination. And 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what happened. And so I feel like they could have maybe mixed it up a little bit more. There were other objectives. You know, there was the bank heists. There were, stagecoaches that you took. There was other stuff. But a lot of it just had to do with you going to one place, shooting people up, leaving. Going to another place, shooting people up, leaving. Which, granted, is the spirit of, you know, the time and the atmosphere that they were trying to portray, but they still could have made it a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. Also, they had a button prompt for pretty much every little movement that happened with the character, and which to many may seem appealing. To me, it started becoming tedious. You know, you had to press a little button for you to, you know, slice something, and then you had to press another button for you to stick it up on something, then you had to press another button to hammer it in, then you had to press another button to turn around, and then another button to... It just felt like while I was watching cutscenes that I wanted to enjoy, I was like, why is the cutscene stopped going? Why is he just sitting there? Oh, I have to press this button, and then it would continue for 5 more seconds. So they were trying to bring interaction to the game, but I feel like they ended up just making it a little bit tedious. But again, that's just my opinion. The aesthetics of this game, going to the pros, the aesthetics of this game were just absolutely phenomenal. I live in a mountain range area where I look out my window and I can see mountains. I kid you not, the mountains that were in this game look exactly like the ones that are outside my window. I'm not even shitting you. It was absolutely fantastic. The weather, the people, the animal life, all of it was very realistic. The game itself was also very realistic in terms of what you did and your actions. You actually saw yourself skinning the animal. When you ran into something with your horse, I've never done that before, but I imagine it happening a lot like it transpired in the game while I was playing multiple times. Whoosh! Whoa! What the hell? Oh, dude. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god. Oof. Oh my god. Anyways, you actually, you know, the same goes with like bleeding, gunshot wounds, stab wounds, drunkenness. This is not a game for kids, people. A lot of that was very realistic and quite shocking to me a lot of the time. The story was captivating and it reeled you in. The character development in this game was just absolutely touching. You know, you connected with them on a personal level because they not only looked real, but the way they spoke, the things that they said, they felt real. And they felt like they had actual, you know, real emotions that you could connect with and you could, you know, you could relate to. And so it was super touching. There were a lot of cutscenes, but the quality of the cutscene made it worth watching. There wasn't many times until the very, very end where I wanted to press the skip cutscene button because they were just so good. They were just so good.
You're a what?
I study dinosaur.
The collectibles in this game were so solid. The upgrading system was phenomenal with the satchel, the pouches, with the horse. Again, weapon system not so great, but everything else as far as collectible and upgrading is concerned, super fun, super worth it. Like I wanted to do that stuff. Like I found myself wanting to go off the path and like, oh, there's that deer. Let me see if it has, you know, the quality I need in order to upgrade this item. Like it was fun. It was really cool. If you're going the completionist route, you'll never have to think, I don't know what to do now. You always have something to do, and the game lays it out for you very nicely. You can get easily sidetracked from the main story just like you would in Breath of the Wild or any of the Assassin's Creed games. The shooting mechanics in this game were just phenomenal. I like the assisted shooting because I suck at aiming. And it really helped with gunfights. They had the slow motion feature where if you did a critical hit, it would show the slow motion of the shot that you made, which I feel like just added to the suspense and the excitement of the gunfights. Made them look very epic. They were very, very cool. So all in all, really, really good game. Highly recommend it to anyone who wants to get lost in the world that was back in the day. You won't be disappointed. That's no doubt. You will not be disappointed in this game. Game was released October 26th on Xbox One and the PS4. It's rated M for blood, intense violence, nudity, strong language, strong sexual content, use of drugs, and believe me, I saw a lot of all of the above. And that is my review for Red Dead Redemption 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. Also like the video. It allows me to keep on making videos like this. Let me know that you guys like them. And I will see you guys on my next loony adventure.